guys launch it.
Okay, we got a $5 money match rematch between God's Only Son and VMPR. Happened in bracket. Don't know what the score was, but they're running it back. Yep. So again, let me emphasize. $5 money match, VMPR, God's Only Son. Sick as hell. These guys are over here, and they're trying to plan to do a $1 money match. They just both didn't have it. They're like, you know what? Nut up, do a $5. They're probably doing a best of 5. I didn't hear a communication. They'll probably talk about it after the first game, but I would guess it's a best of 5. It tends to be the $5 rule. Ooh, interesting down smash choice there. Interesting. Perfect little spot where Marth's sword doesn't clip through these platforms. That actually seems to be one of the huge problems here. God's Only Son is choosing really safe places to land on platforms because VMPR is kind of being like a little stationary in where he's looking to find his hits. I think VMPR would find huge gains by like making more aerial approaches up to the platform and calling out God's Only Son movement. See, exactly, that nair right there, that was fantastic. Oh, guess what? Fantastic, and God's Only Son took advantage of it. He knows, it's like, I play Marth 2, dog. I know where that sword goes. Ooh, beautiful, and that's it for Marth. God's Only Son is at a really high percentage. Not gonna do it without a tipper. I've never seen Falcon live like this. You gotta to kill Falcon this kind of percentage. Like you gotta hit him with moves that actually shoot him out. You can't let him DI up and away. His ability to use like Falcon kick, this jump back, really gives him a lot of choices. 9. Oh, this is a fantastic chest chase going on right here. He wasn't able to follow it up with that down tilt. But the idea was good. I like it. Whoa, that's crazy. I wonder if that's a port priority thing. I would always think that Captain Falcon's command grapple side B would beat out Marth's grab. That was a really nice edge guard into the dunk there. Nope, they're in game 1 of a $5 money match. They're in game 1 of a $5 money match. Just letting you know. I was so funny. So Aura and Ford Money are over here. They're like, hey, can we get next on recording? Of course, you know. I'm not stopping them, but I did want to let them know they're in game 1 of a $5 money match over here. So it might be a minute. They're gonna probably play off recording because of that. Ooh, that was nice. VMPR, he's kind of picking up steam since he had, like, it was 4-2, and now we're at 1 stock to 1 stock. VMPR, 42%. Ooh, oh, nice. Following up a nice down throw check chase situation here. If he can close this, he's not going to close it like that. That was really, really questionable. And that's going to close his stock. Marth can't make that back. I wanted to clarify, best of 5, right? Okay. Yeah, so it is a best of 5, that's what I thought. God's Only Son, switching to Marth for this one. See, this is where I was talking about before. It's like, you know God's Only Son, he's got the Marth in his pocket. I believe he's like, I don't know. Do you take him for a white Marth? I don't really know. He's either a black Marth or a white Marth. I feel like there's no other way. That was nice. Little wave dash and dash smash there. See, with God's Only Son, thing is, he plays Black Falcon, so it makes me think he's a Black Marth player, and just that VMPR was already on it, so it was like, I'll play white, whatever. But I also feel like, I don't know, just because you like one of the black costumes doesn't mean you like them all. Oh my god, this is stupid. This is a terrible game. Both these guys are fucking idiots. I think God's Only Son here is probably playing a little goofy after playing Falcon first, but him being aware of Randall there really took advantage of VMPR, who he did that roll in and was clearly had no idea Randall was there, wasn't planning for it. That's about the third counter we've seen in from ledge or in the corner. We're seeing some signature moves of God's Only Son Marth here. He does a couple things there's the fourth one. That's a really unorthodox way to come in from the ledge. I guess it might be one of those mid-level Marth options you see kind of frequently, but you don't see it all that commonly in top level play because it can get punished. There's a lot of stuff that will cover it. God's Only Son does take that game. VMPR doesn't think he's totally ready to deal with some of this weird gimmicky choices. The God's Only Son is he's really labbed out on his SO buddies. And he switches back to Captain Falcon. Oh, that was nice. Fair into forward smash. I think... Oh no. He's... Okay. This is a really weird set of melee. I know both these guys, they're pretty good, but they're working really hard sometimes to get these kills to happen. I've seen setups where VMPR is looking he's looking to set up a dare, but since God's Only Son, he engages with the situation and makes sure he can't really get dared. He'll back away from it, not let that sort of situation happen, and then VMPR is kind of left in an overextended position where he has to decide really hard if he wants to go for it or not. That stock was really clean though, and with a 4-1 stock lead, VMPR is looking really good this game. He'll probably lose this stock at 72%. Oh, interesting, he didn't even slide off. Can Marth make this? Yeah, he can. Oh yeah, look at that, perfect. So God's Only Son is not... He's not rolling back to ledge after he's using Light Shield, it doesn't look like. There he goes. He needs to tilt down, I think, to actually fall and grab the ledge. Because that time he didn't even... Unless, I don't know, Marth can just perfectly sweet spot it. That's crazy. How'd that happen? What even happened? Okay, so VMPR, he takes that one, keeping Falcon, going to FD for his counter pick on this one. That's a crazy call. So earlier today I talked saying, oh, it's kind of when you go to FD, you have to have a game plan. I'll tell you right now, I don't think a good healthy part of anyone's game plan is bringing Dawson to FD. VMPR is kind of an FD dude, and it's not to say Captain Falcon probably has the matchup here realistically. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know their matchups or their stage data. But if we're talking about these human beings on who I want to see here and who I don't know, I'll take God's Only Son. But he did start off the first stock. VMPR had a really, really strong start to it and ended up losing it for a big, meaty God's Only Son combo. But I don't think that's going to set the momentum of this match really all that hard. Again, God's Only Son seeming really, really comfortable covering Marth situations. And that's another one. Remember I was talking about earlier, you see these guys, forcing them to make the really tight position calls or, leave themselves in a risky situation. That situation, VMPR did get the fair, but he still couldn't close it out, and it was such a risky situation for him to be left in. Oh, that was beautiful. I don't know how it poked. He might have just tried to jump out of shield. Oh, fantastic. I can tell the air dodge was probably just supposed to wave dash in place, but him... in general, choosing an option like be patient, going, I'm just going to wait for you to get up and punish you for it, that's great. Oh, fantastic. Shields to get up, and that's rough. That's going to be a knee. He's got his jump still. Straight to ledge, yeah. That seems to be the way VMPR is finding his way back to stage a lot. He's hover your ass all the way over there and just use your jump to ledge. God's Only Son, he's kind of an interesting player because he does have a lot of good fundamentals. He has pretty good punish game, pretty brutal combos, good up air chains specifically. But he also has some interesting gimmicks he uses with each of his characters. Marth, we saw that counter from ledge a lot. God's Only Son uses a lot of these like dash dance and side Bs to get interesting setups. But this is a rough 3-stock comeback if VMPR wants to make it. Not impossible though. We actually saw in the first game, it was pretty much this situation, and VMPR almost clutched it. And now, still very possible. That's going to close out. God's Only Son will win 3-1, $5 money match. Really crazy ass set. Good level melee. Good set. I think both players are going to be able to look at that and go, that's a performance.
There might be like one second.